Well, hello there. It's me back with a video. I watched ROH's Driven Mark II pay-per-view just now. And I have to say, it's an enjoyable pay-per-view. Definitely an improvement over New Horizons for me. Obviously, I don't know, not as good as Driven last year. But like that pay-per-view last year, Driven to me, is probably one of the greatest pay-per-views I've ever seen from top to bottom, because it just had everything I'd ever want out of a pay-per-view, that one. But yeah, let's get to it. It opened up with Austin Aries cutting a promo in the ring. It's just quite intense, calling out Age of the Fall and that. Then they came out, and obviously Delirious was the one to challenge Austin Aries, and like about a 10-minute opener, and it was quite a fun opener. Like, it wasn't anything amazing, but it was like pretty cool, and I got his point across pretty much. After the match, there was a bit of an angle like where like Age of the Fool kicked the shit out of Austin Aries, and then like Jimmy Jacobs was going crazy, whacked him with a belt, making him bleed, and then like he went to do this like kind of forward roll off from the top turnbuckle into Austin Aries on the table, and Tyler Black like looked to be concerned, like thinking Jimmy Jacobs is like a maniac, like going to such lengths to go for Aries, and like that sets up an interesting contrast there. Like, will something happen between those two within the future? So yeah, that was an interesting opener. Next, like, there's Sweet and Sour incorporated, I think, and like there's a quick squash match with THROWAWay. Yeah, it was just there. And then like there was a tag match, Adam Pearce and Eddie Edwards against Brent Albright and Eric Stevens, I think it was. And yeah, Eric Stevens, I didn't recognise him to start with. He shaved his goatee off. I knew his mohawk was shaved, but yeah, didn't look like him. But yeah, this was alright, like just a general kind of tag match. Had some real old school spots of double noggers and all that, and like walking into fists and whatnot. But yeah, it was like quite entertaining, I guess. First time I really paid attention to this Eddie Edwards guy, and I have to say he's pretty impressive. I'd like to see him in like a real competitive singles match at some point. Yeah, it's like not a bad match. And then after that, like just a Sweet and Sour leaving. Jerry Lynn came out, and I started cutting a promo on Chris Hero, calling him out for like knocking out Lance Storm before, and then it started an impromptu match with Jerry Lynn and Chris Hero, and yeah, once again this was pretty cool. Like I don't know whether I expected better or not. I mean, I haven't really seen Jerry Lynn wrestle a match in ages, but yeah, it was generally okay, really. Just a bit of a cheating finish, like Chris Hero like getting another elbow pad to like knock out Jerry Lynn, and yeah, once again not a bad match, pretty good. I think next was the triple threat, Bryan Danielson, Go Shiozaki and Claudio Castagnoli. To start with, it showed a package of like Bryan Danielson wanting like to have the shot against Nigel, and Nigel saying he has to beat everyone he's beaten on pay-per-view. And it showed like footage of like Danielson beating Castagnoli or something, and then Castagnoli flipping out. Yeah, that happened in this match as well. Like, it started off well. Like Danielson and Castagnoli having some great exchanges and that. But then Castagnoli like just flipped out and like got him disqualified basically. He started beating up on the referees and officials. And I'm quite interested to see where this goes with him, because I think like crazy Castagnoli, like that's something that could go somewhere. It's quite mental. But yeah, I thought this put a little bit of a downer on the match. If it like was just two straight falls going through it, would have been a lot better. But basically there's like a big chunk of Danielson against Shiozaki, and like it couldn't compete with their match like they had in Tokyo last year. But like they just had some great exchanges, and it's all about Danielson trying to put Shiozaki away, doing his elbows, doing his capital mutilation, and it had a great flow and was generally a pretty good match. And then next was like the world title match, which was a match I've been wanting to see like since getting into Ring of Honor. Nigel McGuinness against Roderick Strong. This didn't really disappoint, like it was pretty cool. Nigel McGuinness once again made his opponent look like he was gonna like beat him and go home with the title, much in the way like Ric Flair used to, I think. But yeah, there's some great stuff in this, some sick bumps, definitely a sick spotlight where he did the Towers of London to the outside apron on Roderick Strong, and yeah, like many instances where you thought Roderick was going to get it but he didn't, and yeah, just like a real good match I thought. And the main event was the tag team title match, Generico and Steen against Agent of Fall, Tyler Black and Jimmy Jacobs. First 10 minutes of it, I wasn't really feeling it, to be honest. Like, it didn't feel like an exciting main event, but there was a point like where Kevin Steen got the hot tag off Generico, and then all forces would go, pretty much. It was just non-stop from there, and it just had a good feeling. It was just all about, like, could they do it? Could Agent of Fall, like, not, like, restrain, like, Steen Jericho from getting the titles? Could like Steen Jericho put them away properly? It's like just brilliant, like lots of near fall after near fall, exchanges, reversals, finisher after finisher, trying to put them away, real close counts and everything, and like it just had the crowd on the edge of their seat and had me on the edge of my seat too. Because like the last portion of the match was just excellent. And obviously we know Steen Jericho picked up the belts, and it was just a good feeling to the end of the pay-per-view, and like overall it was a pretty cool pay-per-view, I have to say. So yeah, well done ROH for that. Yeah, that's my thoughts on the pay-per-view. Let me know what you thought, and also like let me know if there's any ROH DVDs you think I should purchase from this year, because I haven't really looked into events other than the pay-per-views from this year. I mean, ones I'm interested in are the 6th anniversary show, Supercard of Honor 3 and Death Before Dishonor 6, I believe it is. But yeah, if there's any others that are better than that, and if you're an RH fan and know much about what's gone on this year, let me know, because I'd quite like to purchase a DVD from this year. But yeah, that's my thoughts on that pay-per-view. Alright, cheers, take it easy.